Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to jump into a topic that is it's absolutely essential if you want to take your English from pretty good to truly great. We're talking about feelings. It's all about moving past those basic phrases to really truly connect with people. So, let's get into it. So, let me just ask you straight up. How are you really feeling right now? It sounds like such a simple question, doesn't it? But the answer is usually so much more complicated. We all have that automatic reply, I'm fine, thanks. But that almost never tells the whole story. Today, we're going to build the toolkit you need to answer that question with real confidence. First up, let's talk about why this is even worth our time. Learning to express your emotions, it's not just about memorizing a bigger vocabulary list. It's actually fundamental to how we communicate, how we build relationships, and honestly, even for our own well-being. And the benefits here are super practical. When you share how you're feeling, it's genuinely good for your mental health. It's kind of like opening a window, you know? You're not letting all that stuff get trapped inside. Plus, your communication just becomes so much clearer, which, of course, is the foundation for any strong, honest relationship. You're basically building a bridge to the people around you. All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, great, but where do I even begin? Let's start with the absolute essentials. These are the words and the grammar that will form the foundation for talking about pretty much any feeling in English. Let's get one common grammar question out of the way right now, because it trips a lot of people up. Should you say, I feel happy or I am happy? Well, the simple answer is, it doesn't matter. Honestly, both are 100% correct. They're both totally natural. So the big takeaway here is don't get stuck on this. Just pick the one that feels best to you and start using it. And here it is, your starter pack for emotions. Think of these as your primary colors. You've got the classics, happy, sad, angry. But let's look at these more specific ones because they are so useful. Anxious, that's that worried feeling before a big event. Frustrated, we all know that one. It's when you're trying to do something and it just will not work. Overwhelmed is that feeling of having way, way too much to do. And proud, that amazing feeling you get after you accomplish something. These words, these are your building blocks. Okay, so once you've got those basic words down, the next step is to add some layers, add some detail. This is how you really start to sound less like you're reading from a textbook and more like a real person having a real conversation. And this is so much simpler than it sounds. Are you just a little nervous or are you extremely anxious? See the difference? Using words like a bit, very, or really, we call them intensifiers. They change the whole meaning. It gives people a much clearer picture of what's going on inside. Just pick your feeling, pop in an intensifier, and bam, you've instantly upgraded your sentence. And now for my favorite part of learning any language, idioms. These are those fun phrases where the meaning isn't obvious just from the words themselves, but man, they add so much color and personality to your speech. They are a fantastic way to talk about feelings. Let's kick things off with a really positive one, on cloud nine. This just means you are incredibly, unbelievably happy, like you're just floating with joy. You might say something like, "My vacation starts tomorrow. I'm on cloud 9." It's so much more expressive than just saying, "I'm very happy," isn't it? Now, here is an idiom you will hear all the time. If someone says they're feeling under the weather, it just means they're feeling a little bit sick. You might text a friend, "Hey, I don't think I can make it to the party. I'm feeling a bit under the weather." It's just a nice, gentle way to say you're not feeling your best. And on the complete other end of the emotional spectrum, we have this really powerful one. "It broke my heart." This is for that deep, deep sadness or disappointment. For example, when my favorite team lost the final game, it just broke my heart. It communicates a level of emotional pain that the word sad just can't quite capture on its own. So, up until now, we've really been focusing on expressing our own feelings. But communication is a two-way street, right? So, let's flip this around and explore how we can use this knowledge as a social skill, how to connect with other people by asking about and responding to their feelings. We all know the standard "how are you?" And we all know the standard reply, "I'm fine." But if you sense something more is going on, asking a deeper question can make a world of difference. Instead of that automatic greeting, try asking, "How are you really feeling?" It shows you genuinely care and it opens the door for a real conversation. And when someone does open up and share their feelings with you, having a few of these phrases ready is just so important. You don't have to solve their problems. A lot of the time, the most powerful thing you can do is just show that you're listening and that you care. Simple things like, "That must be really hard," or "I'm here for you," can be incredibly comforting. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, but now it's time for the most important part of all, actually putting this into practice. So here's a simple little action plan that you can start using today. So what's the big takeaway here? You've got to use it or you'll lose it. Try keeping a simple journal. Just one sentence a day. "Today I feel," and then say why. Or the next time someone asks about your day, challenge yourself to use feeling words. And please, please do not be afraid to make mistakes. Every single time you practice, you are getting better. That's a promise. I want to leave you with this one thought. Learning to really articulate your emotions is a skill. And just like any other skill, it takes time. This is true whether you're learning a new language or just learning more about yourself. So please be kind and be patient with yourself through this whole process. And that brings us right back to where we started. I want you to take just a second and really think about it. Using the words we talked about, maybe an intensifier, maybe even an idiom. How are you feeling today? The more you ask yourself that question, the easier it's going to be to answer. Thanks for joining me.